All right. So, yeah. So let's.
First of all, to the people saying don't spoil the Odyssey.
You know the story's 3,000 years old.
I don't know how to put this, bro. Like,
why don't you break it to them?
Dude, listen, this is the thing, and this is what was kind of... I wrote this in my review on Letterboxd. Follow me on Letterboxd, by the way. I post all the movies I watch. When I watch a Christopher Nolan movie, right, one of my favorite things about Christopher Nolan movies is there's always some kind of weird twist or some kind of reveal, right? There's always something.
Yeah.
With this, because it is like a 3,000-year-old story, there's really no real twist he could do unless he changes the story.
No, I mean, listen, this has been documented. There's been obviously the story itself, the writings. You've had miniseries, you've had movies. So the basic gist of the story, if you don't know, I'm sorry, then there's something I will say.
I would actually, before watching it, I would actually brush up on it. So you know who's who and shit. Like,
I mean, you could.
Because sometimes they don't explain Zeus's law. Like, there's like things that they don't explain.
Also, the other thing
in the
too that could throw people off is her name Zendaya is actually
Whoa, wait! Don't say anything.
What do you mean? That's part of the movie.
Don't. That's a spoiler.
You think that's a
actually
spoiler?
that is a spoiler.
All right.
I will say there is one thing in the movie where you're like, oh.
All right. Why don't you kind of just give some thoughts? And...
Well, to me, that dude, just mute it if it's a little spoiler. I'll tell you.
No, do this.
Do you not think that?
Are you muted?
No, I'm not muted.
What are you doing?
I'm saying to them. I'm saying to them.
Oh.
Do you not think that Zendaya in the movie was just like a symbol? I think that.
No, she was.
I don't think she was literally.
No, of course.
No,
bro.
No.
Do you know she? Poor.
No, I don't think she literally was.
You're muted. I'm gonna tell you something. Just
I don't. I don't.
You muted?
Okay.
Muted.
Okay.
Tell me when.
I'm gonna explain it later.
Right.
I'll explain it later.
I'm not getting into this.
If you just go watch the Odyssey,
we're not gonna get into this right now. All right. So why don't we start off with the basic?
The basic is this.
Are you going to recommend it?
It is a Christopher Nolan movie.
Yes.
It's fucking epic. It's shot amazing. Everything is all everything that they filmed is practical. It's not CGI.
Right.
And I mean they filmed in like 5 different countries. The only weird thing, and you were talking about it, is the way they were speaking at times.
There's just a couple things and this is if you want to consider it a spoiler, I don't think it's a spoiler, but because if you just watch the trailer, you'll get the gist. But so obviously, having been very familiar with the story, reading it, I read it in high school.
Yep.
There were adaptations of it that I've seen. There were movies that were made and such. And so watching this, there's only just a couple things that I thought was a little odd. And I know you guys heard there's a little controversy about a couple of the casting and such, but I'm not even going to focus on that too much. I thought I did think some of the casting was a little odd. And I also think the way the dialogue was, I found that to be a little odd as well. And when you're saying, what do you find odd? The fact that he's talking about his father and he's calling him dad, like, it just seemed like a weird way. And also, and again, a couple of the casting things, I'm kind of nitpicking a little. The overall story, it was epic. You should go see it in IMAX. It was. Now listen, for me, it's not up there with Gladiator. It's not up there with 300. Those movies are on a separate scale altogether. Again, I enjoyed it. I'm glad I saw it in IMAX, and that's kind of where I'm going with it. And I don't really have much more to say than that.
I mean, saying that it's nowhere close to.
For me, I'm talking about
300 is like.
No. I'm saying for me though, the story itself, and I think because I know the story. Of the Odyssey, I know that story so well that, again, for me, I just loved, and for a whole host of reasons, I just loved Gladiator, and then I loved 300. I thought was so brilliant the way it was filmed and everything. So, If you guys haven't, if you guys haven't seen 300, do yourself a favor. It's with what's his name? Gerard Butler. He plays Leonidas, and it's based on a story of Spartan and Persian war, the Greek, Sparta. So what I would say is definitely check that out if you haven't seen it. And then if you haven't seen Gladiator, I don't know what's wrong with you. You have to see Gladiator. But anyway, with that being said, I would recommend I would recommend the movie.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say like it is like amazingly shot. Like the movie is.
I mean, it's a 3-hour. It's a 3-hour epic. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I don't want to be like, oh, I was disappointed, but I don't know. Maybe I was expecting some kind of, I don't know, some kind of twist or something. I don't know.
And the thing too is, what I don't want to do necessarily is I don't want to start nitpicking on stuff, because I think it's definitely worth seeing in IMAX. I don't want to.
Well, when everyone's like, oh, this movie's like amazing, it's gonna win. What? To me, my favorite movie still of the year is
Project Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary, yeah.
And I would have to.
That's my favorite
I would
movie
have to agree with you this year. Now the Nolan movie is probably going to clean up, but Project Hail Mary to me was just an amazing movie. I loved it.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that one, do yourself a favor.